Spencer's.
Watch this wee motor.
That's all I need, not done. Oh, look at the eye.
Aye.
That's all I need before I'm done.
Well, you want to... Oh, this bit here's the same. You'll be rescuing me at this part.
That is ridiculous, that.
This is,
Isn't it?
Oh. I should have chose better winter boots than these ones.
I'm running about doing the ironing and everything before I got it. And I stripped a bed and I said, right, I'll go to the shops.
Good fit. I get my lentil soup prepared. I've done all my vegetables. I've not done any washing or anything like that apart from myself, but I'm going down to get a couple of rolls because I've got 2 steak slice Lorne sausage left from yesterday.
I'm going to get some of them. I make the soup in the church cafe and that's what I make.
Lentil soup? I like it like the lentil dal stuff, like the Indian recipes. I like all the turmeric and cumin and garlic and
tons of tatty in it and everything.
Oh, I like it like that.
Because that's the way my mother cooked it.
I've got peas and spinach in mine just now. It's so good. It is. And I've had my egg, my morning egg.
What did I have for my breakfast?
I've not had breakfast yet. The egg is just poached for like 3 minutes. It's all soggy and soft and I drink it.
I had the toast and jam.
Toast and jam?
Strawberry.
I thought you should have made that jam yourself. Oh, you can grab me one. Have a nice day, I'll see you later. Good morning. The roads and pavements are very icy, so Mary and I were helping one another to walk along the path. And Mary's wearing a lovely Marks and Spencer's jacket this morning, so hit that like and subscribe if you like Mary's Marks and Spencer's jacket. Well, you don't have to like and subscribe because I believe today I might be switching this off. And I know it came as a bit of a shocking surprise. I just cannot afford, I think, I can't afford both financially and mentally to be doing this, to be speaking to people on here, or to be speaking to myself on here and facing hate from people for me speaking. And the words that I speak are just to try and get back in contact and stop this alienation from my children and I, the funded abduction. I pretended I can play the guitar, I pretended I can sing and these type of things. I'm delusional, but I don't think I would ever go on any talent show. I don't know any of the keys. But I do that instead of having bad habits, you know. I still bang away on the guitar that I've been doing since a teenager, annoying my neighbours. But they're so kind and polite and nice about things. And I noticed yesterday, within a minute of posting some wee crappy video with me singing my son and daughter's name, the amount of hate that was put on YouTube turned off the comments. I didn't turn off the comments. And I've also done a couple of these nefariously worded polls that you do, just to see how despicable some of these human beings are that come out. How you doing, mate? Just to see how despicable some of you people are. But I was shocked at the fact that there was so many more people being positive about children's safety and the rights of fathers, mothers and family. So I was shocked in a very happy, surprised way that there was so many more kind people out there being kind towards children than I thought. I mean, I truly believed it would be like 90%, yes, let's back up violent feminists that abuse kids, or no, the government doesn't fund child terrorism and family violence. So the way I asked the questions were, it was going to reveal how hateful and broken you are inside as a human being if you were to stick up for your government. And that does happen, you are quite broken and lonely inside. So good morning to you. This will shut down tomorrow, I believe the 18th. So this shuts down tomorrow. Being restricted from gaining employment in this country, I need to be doing something else now. I need to be getting away from here. The Scottish Paedophile Network, the government, the Scottish Paedophile Network, does not allow me to work. And I've noticed even on YouTube, the past sort of 15, 20 uploads, none of them even get 1,000 views. Way over 1,000 subscribers. When I say 1,000, most of them don't get over 10 views. But in the last few weeks, since doing these live things, and lots of people have been coming on, YouTube have been attempting to shut everything down. And I still do understand that 90% of these followers or subscribers, they're bots, or they're, if they're not bots, they're bought off. They're bought off to assault, abuse and attack. And it's a very sad, sinister way to be dealing with things. A purpose to be going somewhere. I would love some reason to be heading out and having something to do in life. And this isn't one of those things I should be doing in life. I shouldn't be talking to this. The phone's going to be getting dumped. I'm going to be getting a dumb phone. Or going back to just one of my 10-year-old, 20-year-old handsets that I've got stored away. I've got a Panasonic G500. Look that up. I should be using my Panasonic G500 little silver phone pretty soon. It's got about 5 hours battery time. But that's only when people phone me. So no one phones me. And plus having no one phoning me, none of my family allow me to go and visit them, and none of my family phone me, and that's because I'm a total prat. I'm everything that's wrong in this world. I've taken the bait, but at least I've not killed myself. At least I'm still here, I'm still breathing. They've taken away every opportunity for me. They've stolen my house, they've stolen my kids, they've stolen my money. There's mothers and fathers on here that are going to begin through this very same situation as I've been through for the last decade. My children have been through for the last decade, longer. And if you are the loving parent, if you're the non-violent parent, you will not be supported. Not at all. So you're going to be fine, bro. Thank you, man. I do believe I'm going to be fine. Fine would be an improvement on this. Although that is the kind of language we're using with each other these days. We're frightened to say, or we're frightened to ask if, how you doing, mate? You doing well? Because the truth is no. The honest answer is no, we're not doing well. And we're not doing well because it's been planned to be this way. Just now I'm living on dal, living on lentils. Don't get me wrong, I make great lentils. But I'm more using turmeric, cumin, ginger and garlic because I don't... vegetable stock or even bone broth. These are the things you want to be adding in, but they're too expensive. They make a 30p meal £1.30. But I guess I could be getting lots of bones. Everybody's nice and wrapped up for this wonderful minus one winter's day. Alright, Billy? Billy used to live across the road from me. It was us that moved. Well, I never moved, I was too young. I remember him coming across and helping with the plumbing. Because we used to always have friends and neighbours, and although you weren't friends, you were neighbours and you helped one another out. This was in the 80s. It's so beautiful walking down here today. I had to kind of share this wee walk with you. I know there's not many of you, and I'm happy with that. The fewer, the better. This could be our last wee moment together. I don't know if you're happy that this is our last moment together. I may come on again at some point. I just can't. I can't justify £15 when I've got. When that'll be 10% of what I have to live this month. So I'm more looking to move to somewhere more affordable. And within my means right now, I have no means. You can write down in the comments why. Hello from Maine. Hello, Maine. So what are we doing? Hopefully they can start to rebuild the life. Good luck, Joe. Thanks so much, man. Like, thank you. I am perplexed when people reach out and be kind to me now, because it has been. It is quite painful to have not just rejection, like severe hate. It's not rejection, it's severe hate that people throw at you. And it's nice to even get a few kind words. It doesn't matter if you've got some nefarious thoughts or expectations which may come, but just by being nice makes me feel a wee bit better right now. It's just a goodbye thing. You need to know who owns you, who runs your towns, who's got you enslaved and who designed that. Please feel free to continue to reach out at unifiedpain@gmail.com. This is just a change, a personal change that I need. I need to move, I need to get out of here. I need to leave, there's no reason. As an adult to wake up and cry every day, this is just wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong, and it's meant to happen. They want helplessness and hopelessness pushed on fathers and mothers that are being alienated from their children who are being abused by the funded beast. And that's some of the questions that ask. Do you have Cash App? No, I think they've actually blocked Cash App in the UK. I used to have Cash App. I used to have these things. I actually had one of the BlackRock debit cards. The Wise app. But I noticed this morning they've even cut off my Wise app. And I did have some cash in there. I had like euros and I think I had some cash for like Czech Republic, from Poland and from Romania and from different countries. I had lots of small bits of change that maybe added up to about £10 or £15 in Wise, but they've shut me off from obtaining any of that back. They want me to fill in lots of details and give them information. And I don't think from tomorrow I want to be using smartphones. That's just how sunny it is. We have to cover our eyeballs this morning, but how beautiful is this, the leaves and everything. Good morning. Coming from a very sunny Barhead in Glasgow, Scotland. And it's only coming to you live because I love you this morning. I love you, I care for you. I hope you've woke up and you've managed to get a lot of nice water down your neck. You've done a bit of planking this morning. I managed to get my plank from 3.5 minutes. Well, it was 3 minutes 40. I'm now up at 4 minutes 30, maybe just under 5 minutes. And it's getting used to, I'm trying to get used to my body getting into this shock and pain And it's heavy sweats once I'm past morning. Once you're past the sort of 4 minutes, I'm teaching my body to enjoy this pain. I'm trying to distract myself. Anyway, it's a Harvard doctor that's doing this, a wee Asian Harvard professor, and he can plank for like 15 minutes. So that's the goal. I've got another 10 minutes to go. So, and I can't even imagine it being able to do that long. But that's the point. Is to change that mental strength that we have. I think BDNF, which if you can figure out a way to bottle and pill, you'll be a trillionaire. But I'm not scientifically trained in any way, so I wouldn't listen to any words that I'm saying. In fact, I'm not really trained in any manner apart from self-taught. And if you listen to me try to hit that guitar, then you'll know just how badly self-taught that I am. But the thing is, I do make an effort, and even if it's within 30 seconds, you can listen to me. I'm happy enough to play the fool. But I can't be treated this much of a fool any longer. Mothers and fathers out there, this isn't being treated like a fool. This is abuse. This is just so painful. Good morning. Thanks for saying good morning. I'm giving you a big virtual hug. I'm taking a big virtual hug. Dang it, I'd take a big real hug. It's not nice when you can't go and visit the people that you grew up with and loved, because there's an automatic terrible feeling within a room when you're sitting with some men who have never helped to end child abuse. But I know from on here, and I used to think it was like 99%. You actually showed me it's not. There's maybe 30-40% being so loving and genuine and caring, and it's my bad attitude that must reflect on so many nice people, because I've seen it. I've seen it on the double-edged sword, the questions that I asked about protecting a child abusing charity, or although this is court documented, is your government funding feminist child abusers? So many said yes, and we know they do, but it was to cause upset. And some of those people that are paid to cause upset, let's see. Oh mate, that's one of your messages. I'm giving you a big virtual hug. I'm just taking more of the big virtual hugs again. I'm giving you a big virtual boot in the balls. That isn't very nice. You see, this would be the kind of thing my dad would have said when he was alive, as his joke. And he died way too early. What is it, 11 years? And still he would only be 74 if he was alive. Because he was given cancer by your government. You know, the NHS love to give you this sort of speed cancer. St John's. But you see, Islam, was that Machiavelli, becomes AFC double champ. Makev? I don't know. I wish your children could give you a big hug. Oh, you're so sweet. Really? I like this Joe. A more positive man, but still has a message. What's my message this morning? I think everyone should have a message. I mean, I don't want fathers to take their own lives. I don't want mothers to feel so helpless that they consider taking their own lives. And I don't want children to be abused because our government fund wicked, feminist, abusive charities. I mean, I understand people like your perverted TV people, millionaires, pay to have these type of parties. Pay to have violent, ugly, disgusting women who we fall for because they have nice bodies and act provocatively. But you know the likes, every woman that hung out with Simon Cowell and his buddies abusing children, you know they were abusers as well. These beautiful looking women, they were child abusers. I couldn't believe my ex would abuse a child. I couldn't believe her family would alienate and teach my children hate. I didn't think like adults that cared would abuse kids. And that's my naivety. Like, I understand there's messages going to be taken off here and things like that. This channel's been shut down 1,000 times because of the hate. It's not because the loving, caring messages. YouTube, it's directly at you. I mean, this is just the military-industrial complex constantly taking the piss. Constantly. Yeah, we can add in Zionism and we can add in your fake Christianity and we can talk about all types of things that have gone on, like pushing heavily the Talmud, killing off real Jews. Any belief system that makes the rape and abuse of children normalised. So they can push their Noahide laws, which means Christianity wouldn't really work for you if you were a Christian, because you couldn't have Jesus being God. But this isn't my topics. This isn't what I understand. I don't understand any of this. I've read lots about all of this, but how can you possibly understand such hate, violence, abuse and murder? How can you understand that? And it's only when you start to see some of the poor boys and girls' comments on here, you can tell that they have been abused since childhood. Scotland started that. Scotland spread intergenerational child abuse around this world, especially the likes of India, Australia and New Zealand. Did you see that New Zealand is not part of Australasia? It's part of Zoolandia? It's an 8th continent. We have an 8th continent. Less than 5% of its landmass is out of water, but it's still counted as another continent because it's thicker than the crust. It's got an Earth's crust below the water, or whatever it is that qualifies for being a continent. Have you heard of that? Can you stick some information in the comments down below so I don't sound like a fool trying to explain something I know nothing about? I mean, I don't want to know about parental alienation, child abuse, funded feminist charities, government paedophile rings, because I know so much about these. I've studied these for so long, since the abduction, the funded abuse and abduction of my children, funded by the government, Scottish paedophile ring, and the funded Scottish feminist child abusing charities. I had no idea. I thought they were venerable charities. I thought something with the title charity, which is a very strong, powerful word in itself, I didn't think they would bastardise something so beautiful. But this is exactly what bastards do. Bastards abuse kids. Bastards tear out family. Bastards try and get fathers to kill themselves. So they're quite happy to fund drugs and alcohol. Not decent food and hot water and heating. I mean, it's only -2 today. And yesterday when I was out walking about with my t-shirt on, people say, put a jumper on, you'll get the cold. Stop just wearing a t-shirt. Because people care. And I don't recognise people showing me love and care sometimes. I'll look down and I'll quite easy always see the nasty comment talking about Islam. Well, Islam as well, yeah. Oh my God, you are Irish, that's so cool. Sometimes. I played Gaelic football. Does that qualify me for being Irish? Being a Gaelic football player? Having represented Scotland? Played in the UCD in Dublin? We were on Eurosport, I remember it was on Eurosport. Not that I ever watched it. Because I did fracture both my arms when a Canadian man called the Fridge landed on top of me. I was a 17-year-old boy, you know? What am I supposed to do? I know, let this big 6'5" man land on top of me. But I was quick and nimble and a good scorer. I always took my points. Always take your points. If you're a full forward, always take your points. Do you understand that lingo? Okay. Did you, aye? Did you, aye? I was speaking to my old football manager yesterday, who always goes out his way to spend time and speak, Mr. Dunn. And he was telling me how my old another football manager, Harry, his son's playing for Scotland, James, I think he's a boy James. I don't know, I've not followed football for a long time, but I know James McGonigal, who lives, I think, in Australia, is now playing for Scotland, because Mr. Dunn told me. And he filled me in and my friends and his family, and it was nice to speak to a gentleman, because you get very few gentlemen about these days. People want to come out and be funny, and oh, I'm as funny as Jimmy Carr. No, you're as funny looking as Alan Carr. In fact, I can see he's funny looking as Jimmy Carr. I'm sure he bought his appearance. Anyway, sorry, I'm trying to read some of this. Kia ora from New Zealand. Ah, kia ora from New Zealand, I love you. What are your thoughts on Conor McGregor? I know his brother Nicky McGregor, I went to school with him. Long live Bobby Sands. A lot of people wrote that kind of nonsense in the books. When we were signing the visitors' books or the players' books in the UCD Dublin, we all signed the books, and they were all signing like Bobby Sands and this type of nonsense. Martin McGuinness, and you know, it's the double M's, the 33s, all Freemasons, everyone. Catholic, Freemasonic, Jesuit scumbags, playing both sides. Not that I'd have to tell you about this stuff, because you're fully informed about who runs your life and who owns you. But the sunshine is just beautiful. Brothers, I'm sorry that I'm not accepted in your life anymore. I understand why. Mum, I'm so sorry. I understand why you don't want me in your life just now. I know it's so difficult when we don't get to see your grandson and granddaughter, your nieces and nephews. And I wish that was true. But the telly's far too good these days. Internet's more important. Having a smartphone makes me smarter. 38.2 million you can win just by playing the People's Postcode Lottery. So just by having a postcode in the UK, you can become a millionaire. It's a simple thing these days. You do the right thing, you say the right thing, any lottery campaign can make sure your ticket's a winner. Because it's controlled, and always has been. Pancreatic cancer. Don't let it get you next. It is the biggest killing cancer. Pancreatic cancer. This is the biggest killer that you can possibly get. Pancreatic cancer took my dad. It is a hell. It's the worst cancer you can get. I'm not saying any should be celebrated, but you can beat cancer easy with the Budwig protocol. And if you don't know how to do that, there's several videos on how to do that. Not only you should eat it because it's great for that, because it tastes so good, and it gives you all the vital nutrients and minerals and everything else your body needs. Your body thanks you when you have cottage cheese, quark and linseed oil mixed. All the time, it's good for you. What man, that guy's using a phone! Tosses. Neds are everywhere. And I'm one of them too. Even if you think I'm an Irish Ned. This is just a goodbye. If someone comes along and puts 15 quid in or sends a top-up voucher, I may use it, but I still may not use it. But that's me get two songs now. Two fantastic songs that could make us billionaires. One's called the Cooper song. Now the riff on the Cooper song is just quality. And the other one's called Ava Matthew, my son and daughter's name. And Cooper just means jobby in Polish. And that's about me. Kupa. Kuka! You know all this debt? All these trillions of pounds or dollars that are owed to no one, that are causing everyone in the world severe poverty. The world debt. Scotland started that nonsense. And then obviously he died penniless. Yeah, that's his story. Wizard of Oz. Always hiding in plain sight. Every big leader, anyone with any kind of clout in this world comes to Scotland. That's why I want to leave. I've got none. I want away from here. We're always looked at as being inventors and great. We're not. We make predators wealthy. We fund terrorism. We abuse and rape our own children. And we spread that and have spread this round the world. The Freemasons and Catholic cult are always happy with the breakdown of family, as is the government. That's why the government funds it. If it breaks down the family, it's broken down the hardest part to get into your children's minds. Breaking down the father, breaking down the head of the family. I've got my lentils prepared. I don't want to keep doing this though. I can't keep doing this. There's a few possibilities in Europe, maybe one in Italy. There's a couple in Poland. There's nothing in Germany. People point towards the UK and say how bad it is. Have you not seen Germany? Have you not seen Berlin? Have you not seen this absolute hole? I mean, and this is what they love to do. People that create and build the world, the predators love to see them broken, on their knees. And how we managed to get Germans to hate themselves so much. When the British were the ones killing everyone. Churchill was the one. There's never been a bigger terrorist, surely. Yeah, of course there has been. But I'm sure those in Dresden in 1945 or whenever it was, one night, aye. Why are you here? Why are you here? Are you here to see if I read some negative comments, or are you here to try and give some love and share this story? Or do you go through something similar with your own family and children? I'm not trying to hide away from responsibility in any way. Okay, I'm going to see my dad for a wee minute. He's dead. if you want to give support to any YouTube channels, go and give support to these, the homeless Kiwi in London. All these nomads, you know. Kyle Piddock. That young man's still living in a forest and washing in the streams. He's just getting solid and fixing his own mind away from all of this. Let's see. London. Right. What are you talking for? Your job? London, London, London. Swanning round town like Billy Big Bollocks. What does that even mean? Is that what the person who you know called Billy Big Bollocks does? He swaggers round town? Or are you just a useless wee tramp lying in your bed and pile of piss? Or are you out getting told what to do? You're round the back of the Auchenback shops or round the back of shops touching your wee pals? See, there's that many perverts here, there's that many sell-out little boys, little fag-ass little boys. I mean, real liars, cowards, faceless little drones. And the day you're willing to put your face up here, the day you'll get a bit of respect. But you use false names, false profiles, fake pictures. You're just like women with fake nails, fake eyebrows, fake hair, fake everything. The man's makeup is hiding behind YouTube algorithms, calling people names and talking about his pal with Billy with big testicles. Or he's trying to be funny and he has no sense of humour and isn't funny. But the thing is, being from Scotland, we all think we're comedians. And half the time you can't even understand the jokes they're trying to tell. I mean, if you're struggling making any sense of what I'm saying, you've got no chance of understanding 90% of the people that live in this town. Because I've travelled wide and vast. I've been to Zealandia. I've got a few megabytes of data left today, so I might come on later on today. I don't think I will, but I might. Because today's the last day I've got to play a bit with my phone. And I've already had a few days this month where I've left it switched off, I've turned my phone off, knowing that it's not great for me. It's going to get soaked in the puddles. Oh no. And this is what people still like to drive through and give you a wee splash. Kindness is all but gone, isn't it? Kindness? Do we still have kindness? That's still a thing? Oh, go on, press like and subscribe. I've just told you I may never be back on. This is a nice bridge. Head down, earphones on, getting himself healthy, why not? But I would say, let that love flow up the side, thank you very much. Look at all the love. Why do I deserve that? I don't know, but I'll take it. I like love. I would love a wee bit of love. Why would you never be back on? If she said 15 quid, I'll be back on. But even with the money, I'm saying it's not just the money, but the money's a big part of any decision that you make. We're going to be getting pushed on these digital IDs, and if you've got a smartphone working away, you've already got it. You're already kind of 90% of the way there. Lanarkshire, laugh out loud. Many teeth you got. Because no, these are false teeth, that's what it is. I've got all my false teeth. I've actually got extra teeth. I've got extra teeth and it's actually causing a bit of pain. The dentist did say there was a fair chance I would die within 18 months if I didn't have the teeth extracted. But I didn't want to get my teeth extracted. I believed they could remineralise my teeth. Because I'm so smart, I can remineralise. Can I? I'm sure you can. You're going to be told about all of this stuff pretty soon. There's going to be so much revealed about health and things. What's wrong? There are some good people in the world. Yeah, there are some good people in the world. And this is part of the reason I did come on this morning, because I was very surprised that there is a much larger majority of nice people in this world than I gave people credit for. And even on here, I'm watching love pour up the sides. I really don't deserve so much love, but I'll take it. Thank you very much. And keep hitting that like and subscription button. Yes, if I'm not back, it means that I've got 1,000 videos. All of these 1,000 videos, if you go on and press like, or press love, or press subscribe, I've been told that the algorithm gives it to more people to send out some more hate, or they'll view it anyway. I mean, it's not about getting the views to get money. As I've said, we don't take money off predatory paedophiles. If Simon Cowell came with a suitcase with £1 million, I would smash his face in with a suitcase and throw it back in his car. That's what I would do. But the next new paedophile, Freemason, has already been created and he's in front of your face. Not right now. Bunch of simps. What does that mean, Sims? True, if you don't like the comment on the channel, jog on. Yeah, if you don't like the comments on the channel, jog on. I don't like most of the comments on the channel, to be fair. So I'm jogging. Oh, so much love. Is everyone giving me love? This is St Conville's. I've got lots of family that are in here. And they are in here, they've got dead bodies that lie just in here. And that's what happens when you die. Your dead body gets put in a box or burnt and you lie until it disintegrates. But that's all that happens. I'm sure you'll be judged at some point in the future. We believe it's called the Second Coming. But, you know, this is, my God is not a God of the dead, you see. My God's a God of the living. I don't know if this cuts off up here. I don't know if you're still getting reception. I don't know if there's any people actually watching because the sun is shining straight into the screen. But let me tell you, I love you. I really do mean that. We still see, I can see that message. We still see, thank you so much. Love to you and yours. Why? This is so nice. What is going on this morning? One bread, 10 man. The road farrier. St Cornies. Right, so there's obviously we've got lots of people from Barhead, my local town, on here. Those are the ones that are obviously dead funny and the ones that have been throwing fireworks and trying to spread some fear. But those are the people still hiding their face and being cowardly. And you know what? I love you. I love you. I know you're just living in fear. I'm from England. Hello in England. I've got a lot of family and my grandpa was from England. I never really knew my dad's family. My dad didn't speak about them and I'm starting to think, is this going to happen to my kids? Because I really wanted to know and find out about my dad's family, but I don't do any I can't even say the words. I don't look up who my ancestors were. I don't do any of the genealogy things. I don't give away my blood and DNA to other people so they can tell me that I'm part this and part that. It's all made up. And you've probably seen that as well. Especially if you've got any Semitic blood, like Palestinian blood. They want to erase that. Erase the Palestinian blood. Uh-oh. In fact, I don't know if Palestinian, is that the right word for it? The place where we blow up babies and everyone says it's kinda cool. The amount of funding we give for death and family disaster and breaking things up is it's really worth not thinking about. Let's see. Carrie said hi. I don't know if it says Carrie, but hi Carrie, if it is that. I love you. My family's from Kentucky. Hello in Kentucky. Who died in your family at home? Who died in your family at home? My dad died at home. I refused to let my dad stay in hospital and die. So I was staying at my mum and dad's house at that point. And it's not nice, like, I understood why my brothers and family would stay away. Because Joseph was there, he'll deal with things. But they did always come across. My oldest brother was the kind of one that will do the funeral and do like filling in cards and doing things which you're supposed to do but really don't help anyone. I wanted my dad to survive, and I was treated like a criminal to try and give him cannabis oil. My dad even rejected taking cannabis oil because he thought he would rather die lawfully than live. And this is a sick thing. As soon as you get people that think something, oh, this particular product that could save my life is illegal. It's a plant. I've extracted the juice. We can laugh about that now. But my dad should have still been here. My dad was a gardener, he was strong as. I mean, really strong, and in a 6-week period, boom! My brother couldn't even make it across in time. He's like, no, it's not going to happen that quick. It did. So he didn't make it. So don't worry about not making deaths or who dies in your family. Once they're gone, they're gone. You can't do nothing about that. While they're here, they try and stop you from helping. And they try and stop you from helping because they're too busy trying to poison them. I'm not saying what I know would have helped. I'm saying I would have loved to have tried because I knew it was going to be non-toxic and non-life threatening, whereas everything that was taken, for example, about 50 pills 3 times a day, I used to see him and my mum put these pills up on the seat, the wee red seat, and I'm like, why are you doing this? Good morning, happy Monday. I used to like happy Mondays. Sean Ryder. You know the truth about Sean Ryder and his family and what's been going on there. You know the truth about Sean Ryder. It's always military related, isn't it? But I did like the music. I'm so sorry to hear about your dad. This was 12 years ago. You don't need to be sorry about that. My kids are still living, you see. And my God is the God of the living. So my son and daughter, Matthew and Ava, and myself and my mother and my brothers and the people still alive, we still have hope. We still have hope today if we stop listening to the parasites that feed us negativity. And I understand you might think this is negativity. I'm trying to get you to turn your back on the negativity. And the negativity is what's spewed from your government and big business. Big business is trying to take over your government and has got its sticky wee hand in. You know, I mean, it's like we have forgotten there's 300 people in the UK alone in the Epstein files. We've released one person, the guy that stopped being the Duke of York. The Duke of York? What did you do? Take away some title that meant nothing? He's still living a lifestyle and funded. And was it Epstein's brother sent a message to Epstein asking, is Trump still blowing Big Bubba? Is Trump still blowing Big Bubba? Now, did you figure out what that meant? They were asking if Trump was still giving oral sex to Bill Clinton. Now, I believe that was just the wee Jewish girl. stick her name in the comments. It's still on the tip of my tongue. But this is the thing. These are disgusting predatorial perverts. And they always manage to sell to the Freemasonic Catholic cult fools, because they've bought the Kool-Aid, they've drank the Kool-Aid. What do you mean Kool-Aid? What is Kool-Aid? I've got no idea what it does, but it's always been there, it's always told you. Must have been buried on top of his partner. What year were you born? 1977 at the end. All you need to know, brother, is we'll be under Islamic rule next 10 years or so, the way the UK is going. Scotland's already, we're taking in more men and families from Afghanistan, and we're killing off our own men and families locally. We're filling up our RAF bases, we're filling up our military bases with the Afghanis. Now you need to know, like, this is kind of linked with the wars we had in Afghanistan and that type of thing. We're predatorial perverts that abuse and rape kids. The American army, after the Second World War, were given a task to protect and save as many Talmudic Jews and print as many copies of the Talmud as possible. Now the Afghanis, while we were fighting Afghanistan, they were going out their way to kill British soldiers and the Afghani police force who were raping and abusing Afghani boys. Now have we brought those Afghanis over here who intergenerationally abuse their own children the way Scotland used to do? And Scottish have in ways put the brakes on this type of abuse, so we're actually bringing in that type of abuser that we've forced to abuse children. Now, maybe, but who knows? But the Talmudic laws, the Islam laws, these two rape and abuse kids, the same as Catholicism has nothing to do with Christianity. Christianity is a safe haven, so that's why Christianity is the one that everyone's trying to take down right now. Now, I'm not any follower of any religion. I believe in Jesus Christ. Whatever that means when I read the Bible, I believe in the words that are in that book, the King James Version of that book. I hadn't read that before. But I don't know much. I would never turn to me for any spiritual or any details on how to live your life or any details on religion. I've not studied enough about it. This is what's in an idiot's head. I just can't be the dad that's buried underground. As soon as I'm here, my children have no chance. As soon as I'm put here, as soon as you're in here, you've got no chance. Bibli. Is there a Scottish translation of the Bible? I don't know. I'm sure there will be. But it would have been written by a Freemason, so there'll be no purpose in getting it. Hi to the people saying hi. I believe in Jesus Christ and our Father God. I believe He is God. And if you believe that Jesus Christ is God, and we end up being forced into the Noahide laws, and the Noahide laws are quite similar to the Salvation Army 14-point rules, which kind of try and bring all of these practices for religion and together into one. But if you say that any deity is God, then you can be beheaded. So if you do still believe in Jesus Christ and you're willing to say you believe in Jesus, if these Noahide laws come into effect, you'll be beheaded, be guillotined. That's happy. Let's see. King James was Scottish. Immigrants should make 10 kids. Well, that's part of the reason why the Islam's growing. We don't have children anymore, and we've told the British white women that a barren womb is a great idea, and it's making them unfit, unhealthy, and it's making them die, and it's making them mad, and it's stopping them from having children or producing. So I feel sorry for those that have chosen not to have kids. If there's some way which stops them from having kids, I feel for them. But if they're choosing just not to populate the world, they're off their nut and they've drank the Kool-Aid. That's, again, stop saying drink the Kool-Aid, Joe. Muslim rulers, possibly, but it's not. It's a mix of all. Anything bad, anything disgusting that we have from these fake religion things is what we're taking. Why God did HIV? HIV. Look up HIV. It's owned. It's owned by your owners, you know. And you need to know, like, when they attempted to kill Colonel Gaddafi, they would say stupid things like, so many people in his country had HIV and only the West could treat it. You can't, what do you mean? What do you mean? It doesn't even make sense. They were given any hospital treatment anywhere in the world. They could go and train anywhere in the world. All we wanted to do was to kill a great man, because he wasn't the kind of man we wanted to have ruling. Someone that didn't rape kids. Someone that wanted the men and women of his country to feel free and have reason to live, you know. The Green Book was written by Gaddafi. Read the Green Book. I am a Christian and I don't want to die because I believe in Jesus Christ. I'm sure if you do, then you might live forever. Or at least 1,000-year kingdom. Wow. Bro, what are you doing there? I'm speaking to my father, and I'm letting you know that I understand he's dead. That's it. I come here quite often because I think it's beautiful up here. I think this place holds so much beauty. Yeah, it's got lots of dead bodies and stuff like that. It's the amount of money we put into the dead. And they're dead. I mean, they're so dead, it's unbelievable. They're dead. Our souls live forever if we've managed to hold on to it. Our spirit and soul, our soul surrounds us. Our spirit inside, maybe, if you're lucky. Do you have, I mean, do the vast majority of people on here think that they have the Holy Spirit inside them? Is that even a thing to ask? Do you believe in that thing? Because I grieve the Holy Spirit, especially when I speak on here sometimes. And it's quite good that I'll be able to leave this place soon. Muslims consider Jesus a prophet. Yeah, he's not a prophet, he's God. Why don't Christians mention about Muhammad? Because he was a rapist, he was a paedophile. What was it, Aisha? I don't know nothing, you know. But most of the Muslim brothers I've known have always been the kindest, most loving men as well. But could say that about predatorial Christians, or fake Christians. You can only honour the dead by living properly. Well done. It's very smart. Yeah, I believe in that. I believe in the Holy Spirit. I'd like to feel in my body. I'm new to Christ. If you believed you knew Christ your entire life, you would be new to Christ. But I know he's in all of us. Even the most decrepit person, even the most abusive person. I know we've all got a contact with the divine. It's difficult to understand what that means though. When you're in a position where you don't feel good enough, or you don't feel safe, or you worry about your kids every day, or You don't know if your kids are being bullied. You know they've been abused to the point that they must stay with their abuser. But I understand there's people that have been held hostage and they fall to love their captors, you know. And it's only once they've escaped for some time that they can be deprogrammed. We're raping and abusing children. We've done it with our own, like, we have people giving birth to kids, or people that are supposed to be parents and abusing their own children in this manner. We create debt that can't be paid off, so you live with fear constantly. Fear of where the next thing's going to come from. Fear of, is my son and daughter still happy? Fear of, do they feel safe when they wake up? What man do they get to go to and have as someone that they know does love and care for them? That upsets me at the same time that I know they do need a male counterpart in their life that's a man that loves them. And that worries me, because I know the amount of effeminate little bullies, the cowards here. Ones that are willing to call you names and threaten you behind your back, but don't come to your face and speak to you like a man. And that's who we call hard men. We call the cowardly parasites hard men. We venerate the paedophiles. I mean, for some of the TV I used to watch, even from, if I'd gone to my mum's house just now, or even 10 years ago, or when I had TV, or when my daughter was here and we had like Sky and TV and stuff like that, the perversion that is on family TV, the perversion that passes for family TV, I mean, we don't have standards anymore. And if you say anything about it, it's like these severely left-wing fanatical beasts that are never going to be parents are the ones that we highlight as being great models of men and women, role models, these perverts. It seems to be. Sorry, someone's put a nice big message. I want to read that. Those are cowards. You're right. There was a great meme about civilization and how we are literally walking on the ground in which thousands of our ancestors have been buried. Yeah. We constantly just, if all the dead bodies are here, we just lay tarmac on top of the dead bodies and we have a new generation until they die and then lay tarmac on top of the dead bodies. And it's a continuous routine of death. But just now, they're taking the predators and pushing them as if they're decent people. They're taking the paedophile, the parasite, the most disgusting parts that we've had as religion and putting it together. I mean, I heard about Simon Cowell and his wee cohorts used to have these meetings with children, you know, like a guy showing up some guy called Grant, someone that was a singer in the music industry who wasn't supposed to be at this Stringfellows party in London. And they had all these sort of, he said, like 12 to 14-year-old boys and girls that were there. Now, you need to think those 12 and 14-year-old boys and girls that were there in 2010 are now the adults and singers and entertainers being pushed now. And they were raped as kids by these venerable people, like the Simon Cowells of this world, the ones that we made billionaires. And all of them are Zionists. I mean, all of them are Talmuds. All of them are into child sexual abuse. They fund child sexual abuse, then they play the good guy. And those are the people that have stepped into the roles where you're venerating them and your children are starting to watch these 25 to 35-year-old people that were raped as children. Because that's who makes it in the industry. If you get raped and abused by the industry, you make it in the industry to be a rapist and abuser. And I'm talking all of your Pussycat Dolls, all of your Shakira's, all of these people that sang in the noughties, they were victims. and they become abusers. And that's what I talk about, intergenerational child abuse. And that's why when we abduct and tear the mind of innocent children and teach them to hate half of who they are by funded charities and the Scottish paedophile network, which we call the Scottish Government, this is the message that I've tried to push. And when you try to push that, yes, sometimes it gets 10,000 views, sometimes it gets 30,000 views, but most of all, it only gets 100 views or less. And that's 1,000 different videos, got 100 views or less. And I don't take money from the algorithms. I know there's people like, oh, I got 100,000 views in this, or I got 1 million views in this. I don't get that. I don't care about getting that. No one's going to press like on this type of information. Especially when you don't understand it. But there's subtitles. Subtitles is also my nickname in Australia. Subtitles was a great nickname in Australia. Okay, I'll do a couple of wee reedy parts. Ex-Bangladesh Prime Minister Hama something sent to death for crimes against humanity. I used to have Bangladeshi boys working with me. And you know what? They were really nice guys. Like I had a whole group of guys from Bangladesh coming. One Bangladeshi guy stayed with me and he became a trainer and taught guys to train, and people didn't respect him because he was Bangladeshi. And he was a better salesman than lots of the salesmen. Just because I read a comment. Anyway. That's a big graveyard, Joe. Yeah, it's not mine. My nana and papa's up there. I've got a few mates way up there. I was just at their thing, and my dad's there, and I think my mum's going in beside him. I don't want to die. That's the last thing that we need to defeat is death. But when you're a father in this position and you're looking to show love and respect and care for your children, other people's children, just children in general, we need to be showing that type of respect, the true type of genuine fatherly, motherly, instinctive love that we have. Or do you still have that? Is it gone totally? I'm gone totally. Listen, I just wanted to say that there was a big shock and surprise for me that so many people actually, a larger percentage than I've given credit for, does show love and respect. They are there to be kind, even to people like myself, even if people take in the mick. You don't take the piss out of parents who are having their children abused when they can show you the funding is coming from the Scottish Government. The Scottish Government funded this abuse. Female charities are fanaticising good women. They don't get me wrong, even better women are turning their backs on being funded. Audrey was one of these women. I messed this woman about. Audrey deserves every bit of love and every bit of hope and respect in this world, and so does her son and daughter, and so does her ex-partner. What a great example of a family that I got to witness and see, I got to hang out with. And then I done the disastrous thing and just walk away as if I never knew them. So many young coffins. It's just, it breaks your heart. There's so many new deaths. I mean, every week we're having so many children dying just now. So many young people are dying. And I think we know why. We accept the poison. The vast majority, we accept that. We don't accept responsibility for what's going into our body. We trust the parasites that would rape our children. We trust the parasites that would fund the downfall of children and family. And I'm talking about the Scottish Government. Thank you so much for people coming on and doing anything. Thanks for pressing likes. Thanks for doing lots of liking. Thanks for subscribing. You know, I do appreciate that. I don't talk about it because I don't care. I don't make money from it. I don't make money from paedophiles or parasites. In fact, if I've seen this Simon Cowell, I've seen any of these predators, seen any of them at all, the first thing in my instinct is to attack them. Attack these vile creatures. They aren't human. Predators, man. But don't get so worked up. There's no point. This is a nice mess. Let me read it. I'm going to turn the brightness up on my screen. I should have done that earlier, because then I could have went, beautiful place you're in. There's a peacefulness beyond the grave, the medicine, truth of people. Sin is enough to know this line is not all that there is to it. I wish I was as smart as much of the people. In fact, I don't wish. I'm just happy that smart people bother writing. Kind people bother to write. And so do fools. And the thing is, it's like so much love and kindness being offered just now. And I'm not... Shrooms, it's a bit too... You know, the ground's too hard. If it was to start raining, then you would get your shrooms. If you do want some. I don't really suggest them, you know. I do have a book on shrooms and the possibility that Jesus used these things, but nah. I'm stick with the KGV and what's in there. Ireland qualified yesterday. Well done, Ireland. I can't wait for that peace. Believe me, man. Remain here as long as you can. That death isn't peace. Death is the last demon that we need to defeat. Death is the last demon. We're not here to fall ill to death. That's why right now, if I've got enough money, I can buy death. In Canada, you should know about this. If you're in Canada right now, they're offering homeless people to die. You know this way that you're homeless and we're paying you money? Yeah. You want to die instead? Yeah. Because then you'll be so in peace, and we can venerate you because you've decided to save the country money, and you're less of a burden when you're in there. You're less of a burden when you're in there. So we're trying to push this death on people in poverty now. We're trying to push this death on people with small illnesses and sicknesses, and killing people and falling foul and giving in to any illness. Giving into it. I walked past here and I noticed friends that I grew up with. I'm looking at a young guy's face that I grew up with right now, and he's underground. And you might not think he's young because you might think I'm old. That man there is 47-year-old and he's dead old. This 47-year-old guy may not have grey hair like me, and he was a young looking guy. But do you know what killed him? Buckfast. And I've got some pals out there that still drink Buckfast. And I've told them. And don't get me wrong, when you're telling somebody that drinks Buckfast not to drink Buckfast and they've already drank 2 bottles of Buckfast, you've got to be a bit brave speaking with people that drink Buckfast, especially when they've drank 2 bottles of Buckfast or 3 bottles of Buckfast. Don't I? You know I'm talking to you. You know I love you as well. And you know you've no... Never mind that. You want me to read some things before I go? Give us a howl, big dog show. Show us that dog in you. No, you're thinking of that wee crappy comedian with the long hair. Russell Hound? I don't know. I'm thinking of Russell Howard now, but he was a terrible comedian. The Canadian government wants to use Made on citizens with bad debt from 2020. So they want to kill the citizens with debt. I met a strange lady. She made me nervous. Howl. Revelation 18:13. Thank you, Yahweh. Hello. I know that blade of grass. I bet you do. You get shrooms this time of the year. September would have been better, but it's a bit frosty just now. Any tips with the ladies? Keep away from them. Look after yourself and read a whole lot more. And the beautiful woman that you deserve is going to come into your life at some point. You don't need help with ladies. The only ladies I've ever had have used me, and I've used them, and it's been a reciprocal relationship of use. And there's the one relationship I spoke about, which I was a horrible man about, was not with this woman Kasha. It was with Audrey. Right enough, you would expect it to be with Kasha because she's called me every single thing. I'm a stalker, I'm a rapist, I'm a woman beater, you name the crime. Terrorism, stalking, raping, every single thing this Polish woman has used against me. And she can use something else next week. And she'll be assisted with using the false allegations. So I wouldn't be too worried about going and trying to get ladies. I've not been with a girl since my ex, since Kasha. I've not been with anyone else. That's been since 2019, since she abducted. And even then, never mind. I used to be heavily perverted, heavily sexual. Like, yeah, I need me. I want things fixed now. I want what I want now. I want it now, and that's most of the population of people. We just want gratification. All men are. Yeah, maybe. Our legacy is truly what will matter in these trying times. In these trying times, I hope we can actually stick up for our family and children. If we start to stand up for family and stand up for the rights of children, then we're starting to prepare future generations to be happier and helpful. It's only because we're putting up the children that we have raped and abused, the children that we've had mainstream TV personalities have raped and abused children 15, 20 years ago, and those children replace those personalities, and you follow those children, venerate those children, and they become singers, dancers, actors, whatever the mainstream offers them, because they become demons. Because they become child rapists, because they were raped as children. We fund the downfall of family. We fund the death of fathers. We fund the breakup of mothers. We fund the destruction of family. That is what we do. Caution, icy conditions. Alright. There you go, you can choose your gravestone. Before you die, you can pick your own. Now me, I want a wheelie bin, and I want somebody just to throw me in a wheelie bin. You can set the wheelie bin on fire if you like, I couldn't care. Let's see. Fatherless fathers. Fatherless fathers. Fatherless fathers. Fatherless fathers will cast away what they won't know. They must learn what their father's legacy left behind and pick it up. I don't understand that so much, but I'm not a learned man. I dropped out my have no diploma. The verse highlights how Babylon, symbolic of corrupt, worldly power, treats people as commodities. We treat children as commodities. We treat every part of a child as commodity. We treat their blood foremost. Let's frighten the hell out of these children, inject and take away the blood. Why? because it's adrenochrome now. We've frightened the child and we love to have the adrenalated blood. What? What does that even mean? What's adrenochrome? I'm sure that's an older conversation that you already know, don't you? You understand that? You understand these parasites do these types of things to children. It's like my cousins walking past. I have got a huge family network. I mean, yesterday I like bumping into cousins. Cousins will always speak. The people that you don't really know or don't really know you. You just don't speak about anything to do with negativity. And 99% of what's happening is kind of negative, so you need to try and put spin on it. So you become one of these predators. Oh, I'm the master of spin. I'm Max Clifford, another paedophile. Another man that made Freemasons who abuse kids wealthy. Another man that makes Zionist child abusers wealthy. Max Clifford, paedophile protector. Just another Jimmy Savile. Maybe not at the level. You don't see every single thing as being like this. Work at it. It will be done. Where is your ex-Rom, Poland? Good day, brother. Keep fighting the good one. I love you, Keith, man. Keep fighting the good one yourself. Hi right back at you. Poor kids. Yeah. Our children are suffering because we don't protect them. And we fund the predator. Not only that, we cheer the predator on. The amount of propaganda that goes into those predators so they can be digestible for your family to consume on Friday and Saturday night TV. Hee. I will pray, thanks very much. You know, I don't accept money from these algorithms. Yeah, I wouldn't have made much money, but there's 500,000 views, you know, there's channels that have made money and they've got way less views than that. And the thing is, don't take a penny from paedophiles. Do you know what I will take? I'll take your prayers. If you want to say a prayer for my son and daughter, if you want to say a prayer for me, if you want to say a prayer for my mum and my brothers or my family and my children, I would love that. That means so much more than any money. Because I'm going to spend 50 pence right now, and that's going to be what I'll spend today, 50 pence. That's my budget for today, 50 pence. Anyway, it's not about me. That's interesting. Hispanic accent. Sí, he venido libre y espontáneamente y es medecio y voluntad. Is that my Spanish accent that you like? When I was a child, I didn't know how evil things could really get. Yeah, I know, you don't, but this is why we need to protect our inner child. We need to protect that child in there. But the thing is, because we're actually having these predators abuse them as children, they don't even feel safe as that child. And that's why they take a father like myself out of my children's life. They've got a predatory, funded feminist who has always been willing to feed her own. I want my desire fulfilled this second. And we forget children because we want to have our desire fulfilled that instant. And instantaneous gratification is broken family. The instantaneous gratification has been the takedown of our family. And it's not just any insignificant part, it is the part. Lots of smiley people here. So what have we got? Bless your family, bro. Thank you. Thank you. My family may not have that love and consideration for me because I'm a loudmouth fool. Because all I speak about is negative things. So I can see why my family don't want me round about them. I can see why they tell me to get out my way and leave their home and don't come back. But it hurts you. We pay these PDFs taxes. Yes, we do. And the paedophiles don't pay taxes. Don't worry in the comments about writing paedophile. Don't worry about saying paedophile. You don't worry about us talking about the Scottish Government being a paedophile network. We don't worry about the fact that we can speak openly about we understand the Scottish Government funds violent feminists to abuse children. We fund every single thing. See this right now. See Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia. We're sending people across here where they can learn to fly and poison the sky in Scotland. Can learn to fly and poison the sky. If you know these Abu Dhabi billionaires. Now we've already put in £500,000 worth of funding into spraying the atmosphere. It's only been this current government that's ever spoken honestly about the funding that's going in to spray you from above. So it's every single thing. They're taking away every single piece of decency that you can have in this life. And why are they doing that? Because as soon as they fund the destruction of family, as soon as they fund family violence, and as soon as they rape and abuse their children, and they do this through funding violent feminist charities like Women's Aid, as soon as that happens, the family breaks down. As soon as you fund a fanatical feminist, the family breaks down, the child is no longer safe. The inner child doesn't get to grow or prosper because of the violent feminist beast being funded, because she is too lost in the way that I need to be satisfied now. The little predatorial pervert, the Simon Cowells of this world, the James Cordens, the whoever you want to say, anyone in mainstream anything, do not trust these paedophiles. We do not take money from YouTube. That's why if you press like and if you subscribe, you might see me again in a few weeks. I might spend £15 in a few weeks' time. I can't justify spending £15 when I'm spending 50p in my food. I can't justify that when Scotland takes away my right to work or my right to run a company. I've had successful businesses in other countries. It doesn't mean that I'm smart or more intelligent than you. It means that I've worked my backside off. And that's why I had these pretty ladies. Pretty ladies? No, I'm just an idiot. I fell for this. I fell for this. Like you fall for it too. Let's see. Cheers from Australia. We are the same in Australia. Jail for family violence before being found guilty. They took my daughter for 18 years. I'm so sorry, Anthony. I'm sorry, mate. They took my daughter 12 years ago. I fought tooth and nail. I put every penny, hundreds of thousands of pounds into lawyers fighting against these people. I lost my house. I lost everything. I didn't care. I continued to fight. I continued to fight for my son and my daughter. Now penniless, broken, homeless, everything else. Did it help? No. They've got what you earned. They've got what you made. They don't care about you any longer. They feed you £250 a month. Unemployment benefit and tell you can't get a job, tell you can't open a business. I'm sorry that happens to you in Australia. Scotland brought this intergenerational child abuse to Australia and to New Zealand. We have wrecked this world as Scotland. Scotland started all the banking nonsense. We made sure that you live in debt. We made sure that debt can never be paid. And we finance this kind of nonsense. Nonsense. Billionaires in different countries pay our government and private business money to come and spray our atmosphere. They pay them to come and rape our kids. And they pay propagandists millions to spin it so you watch them and so you fall in love with paedophiles. So you revere these paedophiles. And every day you are. You're helping them in sports, you're helping them in as singers, as entertainers, as actors, as performers, all of them bar none. And this is where the intergenerational child abuse comes into it. You see, you know that these guys used to hold parties with 12, 13-year-old boys and girls. Those 12 and 13-year-old boys and girls grow up and become men and women that rape 12 and 13-year-old girls. So we've got a nice team of working men walking about with their rolls. Good morning. Good morning. Aye. They're frightened to speak. Don't worry about people calling you a dafty. If you've got purpose to go and speak about the safety of children, if you've got the right mindset to speak against those that are willing to fund the takedown of the safety of children, the safety of family, the rights of fathers, the rights and safety of mothers, this is what we're funding the downfall of. Be careful with this AI. I'm getting a dumb phone, as I said at the start. A dumb phone for a dumb man. This dumb man has got to get out of here. I've got to get out of this country. I'm trapped. I'm trapped. This is a trap. And traps don't exist unless you feel as if you're in a trap. That's the weird thing about traps. There's our boys in blue coming. What are you doing? You're making money for the parasites. That's what they do. They normally sit at this corner. See here? They'll hide at the corner and they'll revenue collect. They'll revenue collect from the people they're supposed to protect. They'll make sure that they're catching people all the time. Oh, you're driving 35 in a 30 mile an hour zone. We're going to take 120 quid off you. That's our police. That's what they've become. Yeah, they've always protected paedophiles. Or sorry, PDFs if you want to make some money. If you've just come along, this channel's called Unified Pain. Unified in our pain, parental alienation. It's a psychological manipulation of a child. It's basically teaching a child to hate half of who they are. What you do is you take a mother or father out of that child's life and you berate, belittle and break them, and you let the child watch it. And you teach that child, this half of you is a parasite, so you're a parasite. And then the mother or the little effeminate father that has abused the child is constantly funded by these paedophile networks or fanatical feminist charities. And those are funded by your government directly. That's why I let you know quite plainly the Scottish Government's a paedophile network. I'm going to go and spend my 50 pence now. Go on, press like and subscribe. Yes, I might not be back. I'm not going to put £15 credit into my phone. I don't have a cash app. I'm not looking for you to give me anything. I'm looking for you to protect your own family, your own neighbourhoods, your own kids, your own cousins, your own everyone right now. The propaganda, it's not even, it's militarised propaganda. It's way beyond anything you can imagine right now. They can make just about anything happen and they can make any scenario seem real to you. So you need to have it in your head. The first thing you should be protecting is your inner child and any children round about you. And if you're a predator, you're going to get it. Yeah, back down at my second most common haunt. Lidla. Cause like a bit of little Lidla. We'll go and get some groshek. Tak. Get some groshek for my lentils. It's been quite nice this morning. Thank you for showing me that it's not just the 1%. It's quite actually balanced right now. It doesn't mean I'm going to spend £15. I'm not topping up just to please you. Maybe in the next week something will come, but maybe in the next week I'll be somewhere else. Would you like to see that? It's going to be somewhere closer to Poland, because I know in Poland when I go there they'll attack me again. They'll send out all their police, their Stasi, they'll send out their family members, she'll send out people from her work. I'll be getting violent people coming to my home, just the same as Scotland. And I'll come out and I'll be face to face with the Polish pedos this time. Because we need to, as men, protect our children. We need to, as fathers, make sure our children feel safe once more. Because it's not been happening for too long. Matthew, Ava, Daddy loves you more than I could ever let you know. I'm sorry the song I put online was so dodgy. I know I don't play the guitar or sing well. I'm not going to be in Britain's Got Any type of talent, because it hasn't. Britain's awash with pedos and we need to change things. But it doesn't mean I can't sing this.
I'm crazy, what a wonderful way to be. If you think I'm this,
Imagine all the possibilities.
you keep me separated from those
If the whole world
I
was
love
just
so much
like me.
and love me.
Crazy, crazy.
I'm happy being crazy.
Everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I got a feeling deep inside they all like to be just like me. Crazy, 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 crazy,
I have
crazy.
no idea
Once in a while, why don't you
why
set
anyone
yourself
would say
free?
that.
You have
I love you
purpose.
so much. I've never
Omke born near
every day.
Xmas at Lidl.
I love
We
you.
have good mince pies. The ones who know the truth will see the world is just going along with the lies. Well said. Crazy standing in a car park playing this song. It's stir crazy. It's not just crazy. Get the mince pies with that. I've only got 50 pence. I've only got 50 pence to spend. Listen, thank you. Thank you for coming along today and being polite to me. I feel pretty good. I got to speak to Mary first thing, so if you go back to the start and watch this, you'll get to see Mary and I were walking down the road sliding together. Lots of love. My name's Joseph, so we always have this. I'm Joseph and she's Mary. And we do our nativity play because it's Christmas. And I used to play Joseph in my nativity play at Christmas. She never enjoyed hearing that fact. Shut up. Stop talking, Joe. You're just trying to waste time because you've still got megabytes left. Look after yourself, Joe. Look after yourself. Thank you very much. Wee man Sham. You McAfee should be ashamed. You got it, brother. No higher God than the truth. Know your head. What's that? Keep your head up, mate. Life gets better. My children have come back. After all the lies, my daughter is 20 now. Wow, that's so nice to hear. I'm so glad I read that message. Thanks very much. Have a lovely day. It's been just wicked to see such positive comments, and that maybe that's because I was slightly more, don't know, positive today, but good housekeeping. Aye, that's what we need, some better housekeeping. Take care, bye bye, love you, love pour up the side, press like before I go, all of that stuff, or else don't. Woohoo. Love you Ava, love you Matthew.